Welcome back to the reality, guys. I'm your host, Billy Blanks, joined as always by my co-host Brian.
Got everybody.
Back to talk Vanderpump Rules. This is the season 11 reunion, hour two, as they're referring to it. Make sure you like and subscribe to your TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at the reality, guys. All our reality TV coverage, all your Vanderpump coverage, all your Bravo coverage. It's still a week. It's still a week, Brian. It's still a week reunion. It's just there's no juice. It's like the definition of beating a dead horse. There is no conflict. The whole fact that they're literally holding this footage of the end, and all that footage is just a montage of them being young and like having like walkaways. That's it. Like that's what we're getting next week. We're gonna get maybe an argument based off of that. I mean, what do you think about the reunion? Like, what if you had to leave tonight? Like, did you learn anything? Did anything like pique your interest?
Did it pique my interest? No, I'm sure it piqued some other people's interest, but yeah, I agree. I thought it was another boring episode. I think the point that they're going to show is Tom saying whatever he says. I think
Oh, that's gonna look good
that's
for me.
that's their big ticket item that they're really holding out for. But I'm with you, man. I was kind of annoyed, man. I'm on vacation and I watched this, and I just like I'm watching this like prime time 8 p.m. and I'm just like this. I wish it was better. And I'm watching it with people like, what is this person? Like, I'm trying to explain like what's happening. And I'm like, as I'm saying, I'm like, this is how stupid this is. Like these arguments are on the level, like the average person, they're just looking at me like, okay, like I get it, but man, it's
Like
just, I get like,
nobody.
I agree with you. Maybe 2 hours, I think would have been right. I don't think
Two
3 is.
hours, perfect. Look, like what did we like the Allie and James stuff? So apparently there was a lot of dramatics to that relationship and stuff last year, and obviously the Scandal stuff, and maybe it's happening kind of in between filming. But like, can we hear more about that stuff during a season? Do
Yeah.
I really need to hear an entire 5 minute segment about Scheana and Dancing with the Stars? Again,
I don't
she's
care.
not Andy. I get it, man. You're trying to be a nice guy, but like, enough. Enough with Scheana and the Dancing with the Stars. Enough with all them fighting about the show. This show was good when it was just them living their trash can lives. I don't want to hear about them talking about the fourth wall and what they need to be bringing as a cast. And like, I'm like, yo, wrap it up then. Like you, like forget it. I feel like I'm watching literally like the end of The Hills when they like showed the last scene and showed them in like a production like warehouse. Cut. It's like that's what it like what it feels like. You got people like Lala and Scheana and Tom who are just like, this is my only gig. You got people like Ariana and Katie who are just like either have a ton of money now or just like frankly just over it. It's you just don't have a cast that really wants to film a show together anymore.
Besides those three, because it's their job.
And none of the three of them have anything like in
They're
common.
not interesting. These people are not interesting. We've been saying, I mean, I've been saying this for weeks and reviews. I don't live and die by these people. They're like the fact that we're watching this for an hour and that's the best that you got is Dancing with the Stars with Scheana for a segment. We talk about James and Allie, which I guess is news, but again,
That ain't gonna last.
yeah, they're not gonna last.
Did you
They're
see
not.
his face when she's like, "I'll leave him if he drinks again"? He's probably like thinking in his head, like, "Fuck, I drank like yesterday." Like,
And dude, I don't need to hear about these dogs. We're wasting segments on about dogs. Like
oh my
this
god,
is
that was the cliffhanger we got left with, where it's like, and by the way, Sandoval, you weren't there for whatever the f I've renamed the dog, but
yeah.
you know, I don't. You were being that secret daddy, and then got Sandoval being there, being like, well, I'm
Eat a
some
dick.
things I'm starting to hear, starting to add up, and basically he's saying you're like a drunk and like a girl abuser. Like that's what he's throwing. The cheater and liar is throwing out shade about being a girl abuser. It's like, and being a bad dog. Like, dude, like these people, like they're all such pussies.
Yeah. No. Is that what it is? Like I was
I'm
kind of thinking that.
assuming because all the stuff that comes, all the chatter about James and all the beat stuff. And again, I don't like rumors that are out there with that. And I'll probably get killed for that because people are going to automatically just believe it's got to be true, right? But like, I don't. That there's stuff on Instagram and on TikTok recently about like, oh, that James was abusive, like with Raquel, and like it's got to be similar with
Oh.
Allie, and it's like let them come out and say that, right? Like I don't. Well, some of the things I'm hearing is starting to add up. AKA what the things you heard from Raquel, like that's what a great source. Out of all of the clowns at the circus, the only clown that wasn't willing to show up, like that's
Mhm.
honestly the least credible clown in the circus.
Yeah, I thought you were implying that he was like abusive to dogs, and
Well, I
that's how
heard
I
they were
kind of
saying
took
he was
that.
a well. That was I'm not alleging anything. That's what Raquel has alleged. She was like a very bad like dog parent and neglectful, and maybe
Yeah,
in inciting his violent behavior and promoting it, kind of thing. The dog's behavior. That was from her mouth, not me, like making it. That's on one of her
okay.
podcasts of a show that she reviews, but she wouldn't be on it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, again, I don't care about the segments about the dogs. I mean, I mean, to me, for me, as I don't need to watch that. That's not, it's not moving the needle for me.
What the Joe and Katie stuff was interesting. I do feel
You
Joe's
feel
an
this?
interesting bird, man. Like honestly, I think
She's very strange.
I would like to honestly of a lot of the people I actually kind of would like to talk to her because I don't know how much of it is a shtick, how much of it is like day to day, how she's feeling. She Yes, she was getting gaslit by Tom Schwartz, but like you're letting Tom Schwartz gaslight you. He's the dumbest dude literally ever. And so if you're actually
Yeah.
like letting him do it, and like we saw it as you're watching it, she knew it was happening, but she was so
Mm,
desperate that one moment he may just say, you know what, screw it, let's be together. And
yeah.
she would have said, like, why would
Like,
Katie like you? Why would you be looking for Katie to welcome you in? It's the only person you shouldn't expect. If you
right.
didn't expect anything from her, you said everyone else was great, which I think wasn't really true. I think plenty of them were kind of
Yeah,
mean.
I would say all the girls are mean to her. What, except maybe Allie. What is she talking about?
But
It's just a dig.
Katie's sitting there being like, I got Lala telling me this. I got this girl telling me that. And look, whether or not you like or hate Katie Maloney, like Katie Maloney's been Katie Maloney
Right.
forever. She ain't been really much, right? I don't think she's been much different.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, though, I think what Ariana said that she's like the most consistent. She said that
Uh,
I think tonight.
that's, I mean, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I think Joe's like crying and Sheena's like people pleaser Scheanna rubbing her arm, and it's just there's just so many little things that when I'm watching it, I'm just like shaking my head constantly about like what's being said, actions, people rolling their eyes.
I got a real question. What is Lisa even there for?
But, you know, it's funny. My sister said that same thing. Like, why is she even still in the show? And I was like, you know what? I can't even answer that question for you.
Obviously,
Funny.
she's just there to like input, like these little like she basically is repeating what people are
She's
saying.
like the intern. She's like the TA for Andy there. Like if he misses a question, she like chimes in with a question that was on the syllabus or something, and that
She's
the
like
teacher missed.
she's like the bartender at Watch What Happens Live right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What is the point? Because I mean, what does she have? Like maybe like 10 minutes of screen time this entire season, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I saw in interviews she mentioned something like recently, but she's like opening like another restaurant now, not the one that just opened in Tahoe. So again, again, where's this crap on the
Revamp it.
show?
Just do that. Just get new people, video those people.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I do think they'll do another season. I think it'll be done after next season. I think it's it.
That's I'm not I don't like that.
Just kind of what I mean. Maybe some people go to the Valley. We'll talk about that next week more, and we'll talk about that like when the Valley ends, obviously. But we know some people have houses in the Valley too. La
Right.
la.
So we get the preview for next week is Ariana saying like, why won't you go away? So like, do we think one of them will actually go away? Like, what's it going to be? How's it going to be any different than next season with them?
I
Their
don't think she's
situation.
coming back. I don't
You
think I don't think in that moment she fully. I think she know. I don't think she needs it anymore, man. I just don't think she needs it anymore. I think what she's saying in that is like, I just want you to like not exist or not be in my orbit at all. But guess
that's
what?
what's impossible on the show.
They're gonna offer. They're gonna offer contracts to both of them. He's gonna automatically say yes,
Right.
and she's gonna go. Damn, honestly, for the time, I should just go do anything else. Maybe I'll go do 2 commercials. Maybe I'll just take some time. Like, I think that when she comes down, if Love Island goes well, especially this season, like if the feedback for her from the fans is really positive, which I feel it will be, regardless if we agree or not, and that's another battle we'll have to fight this summer. But I think for her sake, like what do you get out of being on the show anymore?
Well, I mean, I guess you could say who won the it's
She
my show thing. That's the one thing I
give
think
her her
of.
own damn show then. I don't care. Give her her own show.
I'm not saying that I'm not saying that I agree with it. Like I would view it as somebody
Yeah,
won,
she
but I
shouldn't be out the money. I kind of agree with that sentiment though too. She shouldn't have to go away. It's just at the same time, we can't. These square pegs can't fit in a round hole. Like the
it
show
really
has,
comes down to yeah, the show's gonna go on, and if you want to be a part of it, you could be a part of it. But I think that's really what it would
but
come
and
down
then the same thing is like that's why the Scandal thing was so big though, because at the end of the day, like if this group can't really coexist, I don't see as time goes on them wanting as they grow on in life and have more things going on, them
to.
wanting to like rekindle these relationships. So
Yeah. Well,
I just
that's why it's all about the money.
yeah, and how much are they really going to actually throw at them, right? I mean, I'd be very interested to know like the
It's
numbers this
so
season.
funny, man. In if you look at all the things on the show, the comment section is either like I'm pro this, I'm very anti that, pro this, very anti that. Like Twitter, very pro anti Sandoval is what I mean. And then you
Yeah,
go on Facebook, man, because we're in these groups for posting these videos, and I would say it's like not pro Ariana, but not
interesting,
like it's
right?
pro Sandoval. They're just like it's really weird the demographics of where you are on like where you side with things. So like I saw a lot of people like I'm not watching Love Island. I'm watching Love Island. Like, do I want her to be the host of Love Island? No, but I'm not gonna. The host on Love Island doesn't honestly matter. They're barely there. They're
Yeah.
just there for like maybe like 15% of the show. So like if you're gonna not watch the show because of Ariana, that's stupid.
Yeah, it's just crazy that what's going on, the vitriol on both sides there. And so again, frankly, this reunion I just think is a good reflection of this season. It's just kind of flat.
Yeah, I mean that's it's just it doesn't give me good hope. And and the crap part is, man, is like we're gonna get next week. Do we think we're gonna see that clip immediately, or it's gonna be like
Gonna be towards the end.
10 minutes left?
Gonna be like,
And that's so dumb.
yeah, it's gonna be, I'd say maybe even 3/4 of the way through,
They'll
they
play it.
see it, a little bit of a conversation, and then I think like an argument, and then they'll just probably end it.
And do you think like the Sandoval and Ariana, like he looks like he's crying in her direction? That you think that's post that or after that or pre that? I think it's got to be post, right?
Gotta be post, probably. I mean, yeah, probably post because they're probably gonna ask for reactions from like the both of them and from everybody,
Yeah.
and we're gonna be where we
Man, could you
started.
imagine if this is a dud? If they like do this and like the reactions are not, we think like they're not going to be as crazy that would if it's a dud.
Put it this way, Brian. I think they already know it's a dud because they have already announced that the show is on a hiatus for filming.
Yeah, yeah, maybe
Filming in
that's what it
the
is.
summer, so that's automatically putting it 3, 4 months behind of any other season. So I think if they thought it was hot, they would already have cameras picked back up. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
All right, cool. We'll be back for the third part next week. Check out our review of The Valley, episode 10. We thought the season was over. Apparently, it is not over. So, at least a few more weeks of The Valley. Also, check out our reviews of Vanderpump Villa. Like I said, all of our Bravo reviews. Brian is covering all the Summer House franchises. Some new shows coming back. We had, like we mentioned, Love Island UK, Bachelorette, Claim to Fame, bunch of stuff. So make sure you like, subscribe, catch all our videos. But for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.